Hello everyone. In this video I'm going to show you all how to create the global control, and then we're also going to get into cleaning up the rig a little bit. So to get started, the global control is create NURBS primitives circle, so nothing we haven't done yet before. Then I'm going to scale this a little bit larger, just enough to cover basically all of the controls in the character and stuff like that. About that size will work. And then I'm just going to grab it and bring it just underneath the feet, something like so. And now I'm going to select my, I'm going to first modify freeze transformations and rename it global control. And I'm also going to do an edit delete all by type non-deformer history. Non-deformer history. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the root joint itself. I'm going to shift select the global control and I'm going to tap P. And I'm going to do the same thing for the root controller as well. So not just the joint, also the controller. I'm going to select that and select the controller and press P to parent. Then I'm also going to do that same thing for both the feet, and you could technically do this all simultaneously, but I find it just to be a little bit on the safe side to do it this way. So now I've parented both knee joints to the global control, both foot joints to the global control, the root joint or the root controller to the global control, and the root joint. So knee controllers, foot controllers, root controller, and the root joint. So when I highlight this, everything should highlight. And this is probably one of the most important tools or controllers to have. And the reason it's so important to have is because you can scale your character to fit any scene. So, let's just say, people are working on a project and they import something and it's at a much larger scale and yada yada yada, just in case, you can always just simply whoop rescale the character and bada bing bada boom. It's ready to go. Also, if you were to ever import this into a different type of software or something, you can always get your character preset if they're X, Y, and Z's, or which does happen. 3ds Max or Mudbox or Motion Builder or whatever. They might have their X, Y, and Z's different from the X, Y, and Z in this software. So it's also a great way to sort of just kind of prep your character. If you ever needed to, you can just rotate them real quick. So anyway, that's the global control and the use of it. Now, the next thing I'm going to cover is cleaning up the rig. So basically, I'll start at the feet first, and I'm going to lock and hide scale X on everything here. Scale X, Y, Z. Lock and hide selected. And I'm going to do the same thing on this side. And I'm going to keep the visibility on, lock and hide selected. You could technically hide this also, but excuse me, just in case you ever needed it. At least this way you can always turn it on and off easily. So same thing here. These are going to be, I'd keep the translate and rotate, and I'm going to just lock and hide scale X, Y, Z. And I'm going to go to the root here, lock and hide X, Y, Z on scale, because the only controller that's going to be able to control scale of everything is going to be the global control. This is the only controller that will be able to change scale on this. So same thing here. And this one we can rotate and translate. However, this one is only rotate. So we don't need translate X, Y, and Z, lock and hide. So if you try to move this, you're not going to be doing anything to the joints themselves. You're just going to be moving the rig. So it's important to just, we're going to lock and hide X, Y, translate X, Y, and Z, and scale X, Y, and Z, and then just do lock and hide. And we're going to do the same thing here. Translate and scale, lock and hide. Same thing here. translate XYZ, scale XYZ, lock and hide. Same thing here. Translate and scale X, Y, and Z, lock and hide. And this one also, because it does not control translate, it only controls rotate, lock and hide. This one does not control translate, lock and hide. And you can see a very repetitive pattern here. Lock and hide. Lock and hide. And then here we're going to do translate, rotate, and scale on the finger control. We're going to do lock and hide. And now I've got the entire feet. Did I do the knees too? Yep. The feet all the way to the, at least the one side of the body, up to the chest. Did I do the neck yet? No. So lock and hide these also. Lock and hide. And we'll start at here. Because these are all orient constrained. Lock and hide. Lock and hide. Lock and hide. And then same thing here. On the, we're going to lock and hide all of these because these do not control anything. And they are dependent on the wrist rotation. Okay. So I believe that covers all of them. Let me see. Did I do this side? Yep. Because we can move and rotate the foot control. We can move and might not be able to rotate it, but it does. We'll see. I know it's definitely helpful. So let's just see really quickly. I find it useful just because it doesn't actually do anything, but I do find it useful to keep on. However, since it actually doesn't do anything, the rotate, I'm going to take the rotate off. Oh, not that one. Off of this one too. Lock and hide. And lock and hide. Perfect. Okay. This one can translate. Yep. And then just double check all of them. Make sure they're all properly done and taken care of. And we're good. And this one will keep everything on. Alright. And now we should be able to just scale this character, rotate him if necessary, and it should be working just like this. If not, you probably did something wrong. So I would just suggest watching it back from the beginning. However, more than likely what you forgot to do was parent the root joint to the global control as well as the root controller to the global control, and then obviously these and both foot controls to the global controller. Anyway, that's all I've got for you in this video. It's creating the global control and cleaning up the rig. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you have any questions, shoot me a message, and yeah, thanks again for watching, and stay tuned for the next one.